Good morning. Good evening. It's quite evening here, so I'll rightly point out to tell you good evening from my side. I don't know what it is on your side. Maybe morning, maybe afternoon, it may be evening on your side. Well, if I should extend greetings to you with the prefix of good, I wonder, you should ask me what is good about your morning, about your afternoon, and about your evening. If there's anything good about it, oh well. Just some time ago, not quite long, about 2 weeks now, I made a video, and in that video, I was trying to pass a message. I was just doing some illustration. I did not come up on social media for self-glorification. And some individuals were taunting me. In other words, picking on me, asking me. Some of them were like, you're not speaking American accent. You're not American. You Biafran. You this, you that. You hungry. You tout. You miscreant. You know, one thing I've come to observe, and I've known for a while, for some time, is that the problem we have in that contraction called Nigeria is communication. We can't communicate. We can't deliver. If you cannot communicate, we have issues. You're more or less a lunatic. That is why you see all the confusion, all the illusionment in every nook and cranny of that confusion called Nigeria. Okay. Do I need to say more? That is why a policeman cannot fully explain himself. He resorts into violence. The army speaks or communicates through the barrel of their guns or weapons. Okay? And more so in every field in Nigeria. And I don't know about you, but personally, I am not happy with what is going on in Nigeria. Worst of all, the killing with impunity, with utmost audacity of my people, Igbo. Forgive me for using the word Igbo. Igbo. Okay? You got me right. I'm an Igbo man. It's only a fool who goes ratting. That means your house is on fire and the rats are jumping out from the inferno, and you are busy grabbing, smiling, grabbing the rats, being happy that you caught rats. Some guys were picking on me. in my previous video. Somebody, what was his name? Nuruddin Adams, Mike Omalaja. Omalaja, look, I speak a little bit Yoruba, okay? Omalaja. Omo means child. Lai Aja, it means a dog. Nkita. Josie, Steve Ike, Sonny Edwards, Bahana Toure. Sounds like Toure sounds somewhere around Senegal, Gambia, Zambia, or maybe place like Sierra Leone or Liberia. I don't know. You know, some people go out there and hide their identity because they are afraid of light. Next one is Adelanji Adeyemi. I don't know what you see. Open your eyes now and you can see. Okay, I'm not here for self glorification. That's what I'm here for. I just want to prove a point. Okay, you see, straight to the point. I was what I was. I am what I am. There. Okay, I don't have much to say here. And some of you, I am not like some people who take positions that don't belong to them. Then when you ask them to present their certificate, they go to hire lawyers to defend them. And foolishly, the lawyers go to defend mediocrity. Unprofessionally, go to defend something they know that is untrue. Okay, I'm not going to show you everything here for security reasons. I'm showing this. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not scared of anybody. Okay? I know you people speak from the point of violence. I go slap you now. I go beat you now. Idiot. Who be you? Monkey? You're hungry? You're a tout? Miscreant? Can you imagine? This is not how to communicate. And if you want somebody to belong with you, you make the place conducive to contain you and the fellow you want to belong with you. Not trampling on them, not stomping on them. What we get are people invading communities like they're from not within. Like they're from outside, like invading forces, foreign forces, forces of occupation. And if you look at the cosmetics of these forces, they're from one sect, one section of the so-called country, descending heavily, viciously on the rest, or their perceived enemies. But I thought Nigeria was a federating unit. And one of the ideas or the conditions laid down for a federating unit is that no part of the federation will be stronger militarily as to rise to suppress the other part of the federating units. So what is happening with the case of Nigeria? You feel me? If you can read, okay, I'm not going to show you everything, so because what I have here is a whole lot. See, I got them all here. I'm not going to show you everything. I'm a well-decorated soldier. You see my ribbons? They're not even complete. Okay, Adetunji Adeyemi, you were asking me for my credentials. Now I want you to do the same thing. Be bold, since you are a proud Nigerian. You believe everybody dies or lives on what they believe in. Since I want you to ask your senators to present what I'm doing now. Hey. And I want you to ask your president to present his school certificate, if you're man enough, like I'm doing. Okay? The reason why I'm reacting to what you have put out there against me, not for me, is that the only stupid question is the one that was never asked. That means the one that was never raised. If I happen to be in any situation, in any position, nothing will go without my observation. I will observe even a pin drop on the ground. A soldier is not the one who turns the weapon issued to him or her on his fellow citizens, whom he was trained to defend against enemies, foreign and domestic. The soldier is professional at all times. He is guided by military ethics, ethos, and values. He is loved by the people he is serving. It's called service. You don't go in to be a billionaire. You are serving the country you love. You don't go in to inflict injuries, to inflict harm, to kill at will, to shout military orders on civilians who don't understand what you are saying. You build up roadblocks like a war zone, looking tattered and haggard like rebel soldiers. I even feel you. I feel for you sometimes. I know your living conditions. Your leaders only think of you. They only remember you when there's a carnage of some sort of what is going on in Biafra land. They remember you? They issue AK-47s to go and kill your perceived enemies, whom you should beckon to work with you, giving them reasons for cohesion, giving them reasons to stay together and build a place to call home. You are a Nigerian and you are proud of it. Well, I'm not proud of being a Nigerian. I am not. As you can see, I have a country. I happen to be in the United States. And everyone else, some others, are running away from a place they're supposed to belong to. It's only when they come out here that they feel safe. And when they try to go back home in the streets of Nigeria, you feel strange. You feel like, oh, I don't want to die here. You feel like you are in a foreign land. I cannot be bold to express myself in Nigeria. I cannot travel from your perceived enemy side, the people you have killed, and jubilating about bloodletting that you are causing. I can go to the other side of Nigeria and feel safe or feel at home, that I'm in my own country. See what I'm putting on? I don't have to put this on. I go out there in the street and people shake my hand for serving their country. One time I went to Nigeria. I was at airport. And some girls wanted to put something on me. They said they were doing, what do you call it? So, like Armed Forces Remembrance Day. That they're trying to remember their heroes and all that. And I put a question to them. I said, in Nigeria, who is your hero? Point one fellow, one person of the so-called misleaders. I call them misleaders, you call them leaders. Well, they're not leaders to me, they are misleaders. Disgruntled elements who take advantage of the situation that the leadership robe hangs on them like a giant's robe on a dwarfish thief. They couldn't. Now you're celebrating your heroes. Tell me, who is your hero in Nigeria? And I pose the same question to you, my friends. Who is a hero in Nigeria? In Biafra, we have heroes. Believe you me. In Biafra, we have heroes. Nigeria do not accord us the conducive atmosphere to celebrate our heroes. Their glamour, their celebration is waiting. Well, there will come a day when we shall proclaim with pride and euphoria our heroes. In Nigeria, there are no heroes. If there's any, point out what that one has done. Okay? And as for those Igbos, the so-called elders, who every now and then eat up what is meant for the children, run to the north, bowing down before the emirs and stabbing their brother in the back, selling their brothers in the night and coming out in the day looking for who sold them. It's always the case. How long shall you stand aside and watch the blood of your prophets being shed on the altars of one Nigeria? This reminds me of what is written, or what it was talked about in the book of Numbers 13 and 14. Remember Caleb? Remember Kadesh? Where the famous pronouncement of let's go back to Egypt. I believe that our people, the so-called elders, are not leaders. They are just lily-livered elders. Who sit on the seat of scoffers, stand in the way, dance around, hand in hand, with sinners. They eat up all the flesh. The so-called elders are suffering from the syndrome of let's go back to Egypt. After all, they were better off in Egypt. Yeah, they have seen the lacerations from the floggings of the taskmasters. And who were the taskmasters? These were fellow Israelites, taking advantage of the situation and not letting other Israelites get a promotion. It's time to rise up and answer the call. What call? Call for freedom. I don't want to be on the side of lovers of freedom. You can love freedom, but there's one thing. We have to sustain freedom. You can love freedom, but when the sword of the enemy, when the sword of suppression, when the sword of subjugation is raised, you deny freedom, like Peter denied Jesus. But he swore on his mother's grave that he will follow Jesus everywhere. I stand to defend freedom. As for our elders, there's no difference between evil and those who support evil. You want to sell your children, those you are supposed to protect, the heartbeat of your land. You sell them. Now you want them to accept amnesty. Amnesty from who? The same character played by Edwin Clark. He goes to accept amnesty for the Ijaw youth. Once you accept it, the desire to be free, the urge to be free will be defeated. And the enemy was like, aha, our eyes have seen it. We got them. We know their weak point. Whenever they cough again, whenever they cough next, just give them a little change. You can have this. And that is it. The worst enemy is the closest one. The nearest enemy is the closest one. But there's one thing. In a situation like this, in a conflict situation, everybody belongs to a side. No one is neutral. A situation like this is not a mathematical problem where everybody is expected to arrive at the same answer. But we must observe caution in all that we do. Yeah, like I said in my previous video, the world is watching. Yeah, they're watching. They're just watching. But you got to bring them closer by your actions, not merely your utterances. Like I said, you can speak all the grammar in this world. It doesn't bring freedom. Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. It's not given in a platter of gold. Freedom is not free. There's always a price for freedom. And those of you who are looking for peace, if you want peace, you must be ready for war. No war, no peace. If you don't die, you don't rest in peace. The very road to life is not a straight expressway. It's not autobahn. It's narrow. It's difficult. So we are on the way to freedom, but we must have to pass through the eye of the needle. So all lovers of freedom, and all those who are willing to defend freedom, brace up. It's about time. I don't want to be too sentimental here. Fear not. Be courageous in all that you do. Do all that you can do so that we can be free. Hey, soldier, put on my shoulder, pick up your weapon and follow me. Airborne infantry. One day you'll be alone, all alone in a combat zone. One day you'll be alone, all alone in a combat zone. Hey, my good friend, pat on my shoulder, pick up your weapon and follow me. Airborne infantry. One day you'll be alone, all alone in a combat zone. Hey, 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 airborne infantry. One day you'll be alone, all alone in a combat zone. Thank you all.